Good afternoon, Central Valley Fire District team members and board members. Um, just to let you know who's talking to you, this is the fire chief, and I've just been here about 2.5 months, so it's been a great ride. Get used to seeing these videos from me maybe once a quarter. Sometimes once a month, just depending upon the information that I need to share with you. So this is the August 2024 message. These will be quick, to the point messages, and many times a little leadership message will be tapped onto the very end of these. To begin with, I just want you to know that I have thoroughly enjoyed being welcomed in by all of you to this team. You've got an impressive family here. I'm thrilled to be here. Can't wait for my wife Wendy to join me. She will be visiting here for about a week and a half. I've got a couple of properties and homes for her to look at. I know many of you ask me how the search is going, and it's difficult. However, I have found a few places that I think she'd be happy with. So just wanted to give you an update on that. Wendy did break her foot about a week and a half ago. And so that has kind of slowed her down some. Fortunately, she does not need surgery. She's just in a walking boot and is trying to take it easy and allow that about 8 weeks in the boot to rehab in that. So many of you have asked me how she is doing, so I wanted to share that with you. The first thing that I do want to share that's on my list is this statement, first family first. I have shared that statement with many of you, and it's something that I have felt is very important in the fire service, and that statement can mean different things to different people. But for me, it just means that I have my family that I consider my first family, and that is my wife and my 6 children. I try my best to put them first. Yes, my fire family is important. The community that we serve is important as well, but I will do the best that I can to support you in your wishes to put your first family first. So when you hear me say that, at least you'll understand what I'm talking about. One of the things that I've been asked a number of times about is about Chief Hurley. As you know, we have selected a deputy chief. He has accepted that position, and he is doing his best to get here as soon as he can. He does have a few commitments in September and October, the first part of October. So he's trying to wrap those things up. He's putting first family first in that he has a couple of obligations with his family. His son, they do an annual fishing trip, and I believe that's towards the end of September. So I told him, you know what, we want you here as soon as you can get here, but please put your first family first. And so he is doing that. I expect him here sometime, possibly the second week in October, but he's just, again, he's trying to work things out so that he can get here as soon as possible. The next thing is just a quick update. We are doing interviews for firefighter. We have 11 interviews that are going to take place this week, and we hope to get a selection made and get them onboarded, whoever that individual that comes out on top, so that they can start the fire academy the Tuesday after Labor Day. So we'll have a total of 4 in that academy, and that's tremendous. I'm really glad that things are working out. I know Joe is moving on and will be in Big Sky, and we wish him well in his journeys as he undertakes a new agency. And I've been told that he will be in the academy once again, so definitely a familiar face for our people. as they attend the academy there. Short little leadership message. It is based around the idea of the fire tetrahedron, and that's really basic firefighting stuff, but I'm gonna use that as kind of an analogy as I move forward with my message to you. First of all, we'll just draw out the fire tetrahedron. Now, of course, there's three sides to that, of the fire tetrahedron. And there's a fourth side. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that fourth side as well. But to start out with, everything that I am focused on is to make sure that you all have the tools you need to be successful. And the tools can be actually hardware, such as an axe or the fire truck or your turnouts or your air pack. Or it can be knowledge. It can be preparation. So the first step in that is make sure that we teach the proper lessons. Show you how to operate the apparatus properly, use an axe properly, or a policy that we may put into effect. The next step is to make sure that we provide training on what we've taught you. That will ensure that those lessons are established within your mind and in your practice. And I know many of you have heard of muscle memory, and that's really where training comes into play. The bottom step is make sure that there are clear expectations. And that's in reference to what we have been taught. And so we train, provide clear expectations. The most important part, much like the fire tetrahedron, that fourth part is chemical chain reaction. But in here, it's called the why. So everything should be focused on the why. And the why isn't because the battalion chief said so, or because the fire chief said so. It should be based upon fact and upon reason, so that we understand why we do why we do things the way that we're supposed to do. Things that are related to this tetrahedron of understanding is we've got to hold ourselves accountable We've got to be accountable to ourselves and hold others accountable. So captains, battalion chiefs, hold your people accountable to all the things that we put in place here. And again, that should all be focused on the why. I've talked to many of you about the 2080 idea. And so I'm going to focus on that just for a moment. This is also part of the process, is the 2080. 20% of our success comes from our competency in our craft, in what we're doing. And this is really our craft. This is how we ensure that our craft is up to speed so that we can be successful in delivering the services to the community that they deserve. The 80% is getting along with people. So 20% of our success is focused on our competency in our craft, but 80% of the success comes from the relationships. And if we can build those relationships so that there's trust, then things happen quickly. And they happen very effectively. So this is something that I'll talk about over the years that I'll be here. I just wanted to share that thought and idea with you about teach, train, provide clear expectations, hold each other accountable and ourselves accountable, and then remember the 2080. If you're having difficulty getting something done, it's usually not because of your competency in whatever you're trying to get done. It usually has to do with those relationships. And that's not only true here in the fire service, but really in every aspect of your life. So I share these things with you so that you can learn and grow. These probably aren't new ideas to you, but again, it's something that has benefited me over the years, and I hope that it can benefit you. We've got a lot on our plate over the coming 2 months. We've got this levy, this mill levy that is going before the voters in November. I know that our Union E-Board is on board. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get out into the community and make presentations and make those connections. I've been trying to do my best to get to know the community over the last 2.5 months that I've been here. And I will use that as I go out and make connections with these, not only the city of Belgrade, but also these micro communities such as Reese Creek and the Spring Hill community folks and others. With that, I'm going to keep this message short. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your commitment to the community that resides within the Central Fire District. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Good day.